there are so many algorithms out there, and there are so many new algorithms that are always coming into the academic arena. How to go about building yourself a career? Now we try to understand uh, how the machine learning landscape has evolved over the years. Okay, but it's also important to understand how to go about building a career. Now, if I'm a fresher or if I am a student and I want to work in machine learning, for whatever reasons be, whether I love numbers or whether I love the flexibility or whether I love that it is a high paid role and the growth in the industry is very high. For whatever reason, I need a starting point somewhere. I need to know where do I start off with. Okay, and if you talk to 10 different people, they'll give you 10 different sets of technologies to work with and to make yourself better at, to improve your chances. So what I'll kind of do in this section is just give you a small list of technologies and algorithms and skill sets that will improve your capacity to get hired by quite a bit. Okay, and this is with my experience in hiring, with my experience in the industry, and knowing what people are doing out there and what kind of data scientists and hires are they looking at. Okay, so let's just start off with the technologies, and let me tell you, it can be Python or R, the first point, but most of the data science companies out there use Python. And you have to appreciate, before I dive into this list, is machine learning now has become a software engineering problem. It is no longer industry which is dominated by a knowledge of algorithms. Doesn't matter if you know 100 different algorithms if you cannot deploy it and you cannot put it in the hands of users. Okay, it used to be true maybe 2 years or 3 years ago, where your knowledge of algorithms was supreme over your knowledge of deployment. But now, if you have to do machine learning at scale and serious machine learning, and when I say serious machine learning, I mean machine learning which really has solid business outcomes, and those are the jobs which have great growth, great salaries, great recession proofing of your job profile, then those are the roles which are now doing machine learning at scale. And machine learning at scale is an engineering problem now. Okay, because now if I have to do something like an SVM or LSTM, it's literally a 5-line code using Keras or Scikit or PyTorch, right? And there are so many people out there who have examples on GitHub or Stack Overflow that there is no differentiating factor for you to have a very solid in-depth knowledge of algorithms. Okay, and for me, an applied machine learning engineer is a very solid profile to be in. And once you start appreciating that, you start to realize that there are a lot of skills out there that you have to kind of be looking at. Okay, now of course Python is one of them. Understanding Git, Bash scripting, understanding of Docker, being very comfortable with a Linux platform, whether it's Ubuntu or Debian, understanding of cloud. For example, if you know AWS SageMaker, you know how to work with ECS, EC2, how to work with S3, or for that matter, any cloud service. And as long as you know your way around a server, logging into it, SSHing into it, running training jobs on it, I think you will do good. And of course, knowledge of REST APIs, because APIs, if you're able to deploy your model as an API on the cloud and your users are able to test it out and give you quick feedback, then you know where to improve your machine learning model and which are the changes you need to be making. And of course, it goes without saying that you need to be strong in machine learning, knowing machine learning. You need to have NumPy and any tool of Keras or PyTorch. And if you of course want to do testing, then if you are aware of writing tests for your machine learning code, then that's cherry on top. but at least the first 6 to 7 skills are for me very, very important. And if you have to become a strong candidate for any job out there, these are the technologies that you have to be good at. And there are lots of courses online that you could go about to learn these. Okay, there are playgrounds, sandboxes where you can learn most of these technologies out there. And of course, with that, then the list of skills, which are very close to how machine learning has evolved over the years. Now you'll realize that between the skills and the technologies, I'm talking less about machine learning, but I'm talking about more about the deployment aspect of it. And it is very, very important to realize that machine learning has now become a software engineering problem. It is no longer a pure academic problem. If you know how to build machine learning algorithms at scale, and when at scale, I'm not talking about using Kubernetes or using any very complicated data engineering distributed computing pieces. But if you have basic understanding of how to use Docker, how to deploy it using APIs, while tweaking and debugging your models, then nothing like it, right? And most of the points that I mentioned here, like understanding, as long as you're comfortable with data and you're comfortable with writing programs and codes for it, you will do well, okay? And things like managing your environments, especially if you're a Python programmer, managing your environments with Conda, comfort with Git. There are only a few Git commands that you have that you'll mostly end up using 90-95% of the time, and writing clean, maintainable code. The way I look at writing code, and at least that's the thing that I inculcate within my team as well, is that always remember that your code is going to be reviewed and used by a psychopath who knows where you live. Okay, that's the way you should be writing your code. So it should have proper doc strings, it should have proper modularity, it should have proper cleanliness and maintainability. Okay, and of course, this is the deployment aspect of it, where I was talking about how to learn those skills which are now important in any machine learning job out there. Okay, but of course, there are algorithms that you need to learn as well to become a machine learning scientist, machine learning engineer, or a data scientist. And there are so many algorithms out there, and there are so many new algorithms that are always coming into the academic arena, that is very difficult to keep track of it unless and until you have some kind of experience, at least 3-4 years of experience working on machine learning problems. So to start off with, if you can get an understanding of these 10 algorithms, and these 10 algorithms are something that you'll end up using maybe more than 95% of the time in any job out there in any industry. Okay, and this is the reason why I provided this list, is because so that you can focus your efforts and learn these algorithms only, and not get sidetracked by trying to learn everything, which of course you cannot always do that. Okay, and of course there are linear regression, logistic regression, understanding of Bayesian statistics, naive Bayes, distant trees, random forests, support vector machines, and some algorithms in deep learning like LSTMs and CNNs, and of course understanding how to ensemble your models, where you have to use multiple models together. Okay, now this list may be too exhaustive for some of you, and you may also ask, what do I learn about these algorithms? Do I learn and go and make detailed notes on all of these algorithms? Do I go very deep into the maths? So even for that, I have a few pointers. Okay, so for these 10 algorithms, if you can focus on these 4 pieces, okay, just focus on what this algorithm is about. Okay, the very high level 50,000 feet view of this algorithm. Okay, and then go into what is the broad mathematical intuition, especially focusing on things like what is the cost function, objective function, hyperparameters that it uses to tune itself, and what is the classification strategy. Okay, something like if you're talking about random forests or distant trees, how does it classify multiple samples within the instance and the population that it is predicting on. And finally, another two components which are mostly oriented towards understanding the business outcome. One is where it should be used. You cannot be using logistic regression where linear regression is required. And I have had interviews where the candidate says that he will be using linear regression, where I'm asking him about a classification problem, for example. Okay, and that's a straight reject for many of the people. So you need to understand where it should be used, and even more important than that, where it should not be used. Okay. So two points to understand the algorithm and the broad mathematical workarounds of it. If you love numbers and maths, then you can go deeper into the maths of it. But as long as you understand the cost function, the hyperparameters, and the classification strategy, you should do well. Okay. And also where it should be used and where it should not be used. Those are the two things which are also very crucial. Okay. So as long as you have a proper plan to understand these skills, understand these technologies, algorithms, and specific learning opportunities for learning these algorithms, then you will do well. And you have to understand and remember that many of the times you can get sidetracked by trying to read a lot of things. Okay, there are things like transfer learning, attention mechanism, GANs, but I have always felt, and it has been true for many of the companies and the machine learning setups that I've seen, is these are the algorithms that you'll mostly end up using. And there are companies who have multi-million-dollar models working on multi-million-dollar projects, which are just using plain simple logistic regression and SVMs. Okay, not even deep learning, because they need to have strong explainability for those models. So as long as you're focusing on these set of 10 models to start off with, to start off your career, and then learning new things along the way, then you will kind of be a very strong candidate for any job that you want to apply out there. And of course, with a focus on deployment and doing machine learning on the cloud. Okay.